ירושלמי מסתכל מעשר שני דף נ"ה עמוד א' ונשמע נגיד אבל לא משנה steht in the Mishnah 5 lines from the bottom on Nun Hey Amud Aleph Issa Shani Osa Lomu Noslan Yeshua. I'm going to be mafresh it. He's saying now I'm giving it to Yeshua. Ado Omra Sheinoisen Ma'aser L'Kuna. Yeshua was a Kohen. I'm sorry, a Levi. And Alti says he's giving it to the Levi. The Raya Favos Ein Noisen Ma'aser L'Kuna. So what's the Raya? Look for Moshe. Ado Omra Sheinoisen Ma'aser L'Kuna. And the mission is the Raya that you don't give Ma'aser Rishon to a Kohen because it says he gave it to Yeshua. Mi name should I say Shmami no me hayuvde from the Ma'aser in the Mishnah they know the Ma'aser Rishon the Kohen? Why? Midulay nosen agamliel Ma'aser B'lozer ben Azariah. B'lozer ben Azariah was a Kohen, and Gamliel was the nosen. He didn't give it to the Kohen. The Chanaya that you can't give it to the Kohen. So fragt the Gemara upluktehu liel b'halacha in nosen Ma'aser Rishon the Kohen aloy. So the Plukta in the Gemara fragt us Harai from the Mishnah. The Mishnah stated that he gave it to the Levi. So the Harai, not like the one that says nice in the coin, the Kasha, but come Shas, and for the Gemara, but Shanya he, and for the Gemara, no, Mishkarai. Why did he give it to Yeshua? Yeshua ben Hananya Tamon. He was there. Says he was there. But the Pnei Moshe Tamon, Shahu Levi, Yeshua ben Hananya is the one in the Mishnah, not Yeshua ben Levi, Yeshua ben Hananya. Shahu Levi, Shishim, like, happened to be there. So it's not gewesen, not that he gave. If he wouldn't have been there, Shloyo Sham, and it would have been a Blazer ben Azariah, or you know, it's not a Ma'aser Rishon, that a Blazer ben Azariah. It's correct. The fact that he gave it to him, it's not a Azariah that you have to give it to the Levi, and this is B'Kohen. He happened to be there, ultimately he gave it. In other words, we see from over here that the Machlokes with the Gemara correct freer. If you give Ma'aser Rishon to the Levi or you give Ma'aser Rishon to the Kohen, Mekendas gave him to the Kohen, but Muznish gave him to the Kohen because the Kohen is also a Levi. And this Pshat he has a dinim for Kedima. He doesn't have dinim for Kedima. The Gemara held in the Kasha that he has dinim Kedima. If he has a din Kedima, so why say over here he gave it to the Levi? The Kohen has din Kedima. What would be the din Kedima? No? If the Kohen is a Levi, Chol Dover should be Kedusha as Rishon. He's a Rishon. He's a Rishon, that can get him hashed, right? Ain't a Chanami, the Levi. Huh? It's just moment, it's not the schooner. It's Matanas. It's a Kedusha, right? Yeah, it's Kedusha. You're talking about here, you get the Ma'aser Rishon. Ma'aser Rishon is Kedusha, right?
Two buyers, Kohen is a
Das nicht. Chol Dover should be Kedusha. Ma'aser Rishon is Kedusha. Ma'aser Kedusha. You can't have Shessen Betumah, you can't have Shessen, right? Kedusha. So that's the Kedusha. So he should be first. That's the most Gasha. What's up? He gave it to him. It's the Haraya. But you have to give it to him. Shu Levi. I had to give it to Yeshua as a Levi. I said to our Kohen, Elamai the Raya, look to Gemara, you can't give it to the Kohen. That's why I gave it to the Levi. After Gemara 9, Shohei Tamon, says to Tamon, Shuhu Levi, Lev Shishim Lo Yosham, or you know it's not for my solution, it's a Pshat, learn up the Gemara. Side of Blazer ben Azariah was there, and Side of Yeshua ben Hananya was there. Both of them were there. If both of them were there, we tacked them again for the Levi. I have to give him Kohen some Kohen. I'll tack it to give it to him. What?
But he didn't want it.
What?
Said before, he
He
didn't want it.
didn't want it? So, how do you know he didn't want it?
He said he wanted it.
Well, it says it was a Ashira, so he didn't want to take it. Shukain. So that brings a whole nother Shiloh, right? We spoke about this once before. So Harambam in Sefer HaMitzvos, Harambam says in Sefer HaMitzvos, because when the Shingrata mold in Parshas Emor, that there's two dinim by Kohen. So I didn't in Daphne. Daphne means you have to force him to be a Kohen. What do you mean you force him to be a Kohen? If the Kohen says, like you were saying, he wants to be Meichel to Kedusha, and he wants to take an Amon, Grusha, man. Kohen's not taking grusha, right? Maybe Moichel. Doesn't want to take the benching, yeah? Maybe Moichel the benching. Gabus another, yeah? So Pashas learned Bechil's Kohen, that's Bechil's Kohen, yeah? Can it's Moichel then. He wants to be Moichel the Kuhn, he wants to take a grusha. Can it? No. Why? What's the something else? Vikidashte. Vikidashte. Is that what Vikidash? Is that what mitzvah? So to Rashi brings the Gemara Yivam is Dafnoi. Famous Gemara. Dafnoi. We say Dafnoi. But es kommt zu der Din von was von Eilson, Dafnoi and Absula. That's Dafnoi. You force him. You can't be more than the Kedusha. Aber die Kedusha in der Chol Dovische Kedusha, dort steht nicht Dafnoi. Right? Rashi sagt aber, Rashi sagt, dass er Ki Esser schon mit Keini Makrim. We learn out from a different part of the process. But in the Rambam steht in Sefer HaMitzvahs that even the din of Kedusha, Kohen, Chol Dovishe Kedusha, is also you can't be Meichel. Can't be Meichel then. Can't be Meichel. I said the Kedusha, this comes from the same place. The Kedusha can't be Meichel, the Kedusha can't be Meichel then. Ich hab tak an Eidem with Kohen, so I tell him all the time, ich get the benching. You want to give it to somebody else? Dein Eidem. He says, Meichel the Zach. Ich gebe es him. And then he does with it what he wants. He wants to give it to somebody else. That's his business. Right? But that's the like the Rambam. Like the Rambam. Magam brings this Rambam. So if you like the Rambam, that you can't be Moichel, so we take it to give to Yeshua Tamar. I said, there was a coin there. How taka was it? And it's not the Pshat as a coin, like you, I don't know, listen, everybody said. Okay. The more I don't know, the knows. Okay, was auch tun. Huh? Okay. Sagt der, da müssen wir mal Fulde, sagt mir Fulde, Shoye, Bishu ben Hananya Tamon. Ado Amro. Wie lo inasel be gebim Meiser ich und der Blaze ben Zaye. Shoye, Shma Amino, Shoye ben Hananya Tamon. Wo gelit und go missie jetzt. He had a coin, he had a lady. Sagt mir Fulde, he had a brave. Rabbi Yeshua, Hoye Tzarech Lo Yoyse Mir Blaze ben Zaye, Shoye Oishe God. I don't know what this means exactly. It was another Oishe Godel. No. That's good. Ado Omra, Shoye Tzarech Lo Zakis. One second, 1 minute. Let's see the Rasir. The Rasir on the left side. Shein Oishe Meiser Lukuna. When I gave it to the Levi, you don't give it to the Kohen. The Gamliel Sava Nami Kivishua. The Gamliel held like a Bishua. The Ma'aser Ishin Dafke the Levi V'loy the Kohen. Why? Because the Kohen is Levi. That's one opinion, right? The whole Kohen have Badayu. There was a Kohen there. Was the Blaze ben Zayi was the Kohen, Shu Kohen. V'loy Yoyev the Ma'aser Ishin. The fact that he didn't give it to him, he gave it to Yeshua ben Chananya. Shoy Levi. V'hochi lehavet Tzarech Sulayme Trumas Ma'aser Sheboy Nosn. Plain, sure. And for the Gemara, Shani he Shoyer Bishu ben Hananya Tamod Kloiman. Oh, you yochel discuss lekulam. The Gemara this is like the Gemara's answer is according to the Rasa Agans under the terrace. He's saying like this: Yeshua ben Hananya was there. Well, yochel discuss lekulam, and he could be zaka for everybody. Toy who milose shtei matanas lo adam echad. Better than giving 2 matanas to one person, which the Gemara says in Erevin, it's not a good thing to do. Kol hanoisem matanoisem leechod. Somebody shot there in the Gemara is like this. Everybody gives his matanah. You always give it to the same person. Makida Kuna, Makida Levi. Rav the Olam. The Gemara doesn't like it. Says Rav the Olam. You have to split it up. Ubemasha also Zachu Kulam Kistam Season. Here, what he's saying, he gave to Yeshua ben Chananya. Not Pshat. He gave it to Chananya ben Chananya. He gave it to Chananya ben Chananya. He should be Zoycha for the other Chacham. That's the Pshat. So Mele wasn't giving it to him. He didn't give it to Mas Levi. He gave it to him that he should be the shliach and he should zoich with somebody else. Shani hu b'shu Chananya tamon. Amra Chananya. Ado Amra. If you tell me that's the pshat, then I can do shoy Rabbi Gamliel sarach lezakas. Rabbi Gamliel had to be mezaka for everybody else. What's my does? Look the Pnei Moshe Azoi. Although I'm not sure if it is zakas, lehen hamokim. He had to be mezaka the place. The muskaloi, each body had a seat, and that seat he had to be mezaka the seat to somebody else. Kidei sheyiknu hamaisis. V'kasha lo mohe yitzach lezeh. Ki be'oime sheyiknu lehem hamaisis leisagi. That's not the Pnei Moshe. they're on the boat, and they want to divvy up these matanas, and he wants this person who has it, he wants to give it out to the older chachamim who were there. So what does it have to be? Mizachah koimi muskaloi, straight to Gemara. Kasha lama oitach lezeh chiba oime sheyitin lehem ha'maisel esagi with the meat of alma. It should be good. The comma Amud Beis, comma of Yeshua. Amoyed the Hoche, Ayed, Yeshua, not the Yeshua Levi, Yeshua the Amoyed, and the Gemara is talking about the Yeshua who's explaining the Mishnah, the Peiris, the Gemara, Amar Yeshua, the Pei on the right, top line, Peiris, Mechubarim the Karka. You know why he couldn't do it? It's Mechubar the Karka. The Karka, you can't make him with Amir. If we metalton at the Galton, that you could do it. You could do it with metalton. Masha can't do it. It's not metalton. Sure, the Ma'ir Pei Shoy Mechubarim the Karka. If you can't, Sagi, have to make a knot, and that's why I did. But if it would be not bekarka, you can make a b'amira. I'm sure b'peiros mechubarim the karka. Either kupasa shalom gamliel and the sunnah the Torah basis should be sure. If you would have had a kupa, which would be in the house of Yeshua, yochel liskas l'ma'isa sheba klumos ha'chisayim. Mamish cryptic. You can't understand without the mafoshin. Look the Moshe Pshat Hazor. Ilu kupasa shel Gamliel Kloima. The Philo in the Sunnah basis of Yeshua kupasa shel Gamliel. He had his kupa from Gamliel in the house of Yeshua. Why Omer Gamliel and Gamliel would have said, with a Amira Balma Yiskel Amaisa Shem Seicha Shem Asa Klum. You can't be makne with Amira on something which is Bechubah L'Kaka. V'adei She'ahiru B'Kli Shel Gamliel U'B'Shusayu Achi Yisayim Le'Amokim. It has to be take the place and say exactly this place. You make a seam on the place, define the place. V'yiskel ha'mokim liknes ha'maisa. V'yiskel ha'mokim liknes ha'maisa adeikach. Somehow this place is going to be kind of the kupa, and then the kupa, then he can give it to somebody else. How does he make it with a meter? We have this. So about that. Look at the folder and Amid Aleph. Shoya, first wide line. Shoya Chananya Tamo. Voya Chalit and Lechol Mishiyitza Yeshua. Oitzach Lo Yosef Belazar Ben Azariah. He needed Yeshua more than Belazar Ben Azariah. In other words, he gave it to Yeshua. Yeshua was an Araman. Yeshua Ben Chananya. Belazar Ben Azariah was the Moed Goshen. So he didn't need it. So he says he gave it to him because he was the one that needed it. That's why I gave it to him. That's the pshat. So the Gemara, Ador Shoy Yerugaliel Tzach L'Zakas. Dim Lo Yikain, he has to be Mizaka. What does mean Zakat? Dim Lo Yikain, Hoy Yochel Litan Lehem Matonis Halalu B'Lo Yischis Hamokim. What do you need Hamokim Muskuloi? What is that negate? What do you need that for? V'Avagav to call Matonis Tzach L'Zakas Kishein Mekabel Elach Azman. If you're giving him something later, which is not now, Mikom Mokoi Matonis Ilu Shabalav Ochi Eina Bailim Behem. What does the Bailam have over here? You don't have the Tovis no. It doesn't belong to him. It's the Chador. That's the Meiser Yishin. Meiser Yishin is Mom and Goya. Even if it's not Mom and Goya, Akaponim, you only have the right to not take it for yourself. You have to give it away. So the Meiser is Tovis Hano. Hoyamokim Loime Loitzich Zechir. So if he doesn't really own it, so Shri should help. Almidu Utzach Liska Lehem Hamokim. I'm becoming Muskala. In the Mishnah, he has to be rent the place. In order to be mizaka with this place, Akin Agav, that's how we learned in the Mishnah, Shmamino, Daf Matonis Halolu, Sichin Schir. Hanai can do, but Daf Schir. Because that's what the Mishnah did. The Mishnah said, Mokomi Muskaloi. Look at the Menaful Danomid Beis, the Peis Mechuborim the Karka. It had to be the Peis Mechubor. Not Dafki Mechuborim, because it was a ship, right? So where was the Mechubor the Karka? And the Klaimim Munoch and Agab Karka. It was on top of the karka. The ship has the din of the karka, and it was on top of the ship. It's not inside a kupa. Why? He gave him the place. And then he said, and then he's been how's he going to get it? Why not? Whose kli was this? It was the Moiches kli. And if it's the Moiches kli, you're not koine the lekei. Koine is not koine. Kinema the koine of Yeshua Hamaisa Shekli shel moiche ain't a kind of lekeach. I feel like kli oimed b'shusay, b'shus lekeach at she's sayim. In other words, if he wants to use the keli of the lekeach and the shus of the moiche, how is it going to work? He has to use it and say exactly the boundaries of the kli. Kloima, iloi menocha b'kupa, loyhoyim misakin klum. That's not enough. It's in his basket. She'elo hoyit soil tikin acha b'hainu she'hoyit oimed. Ma'aser rishon ha'shayach lepeis halolu. This ma'aser rishon, which are these peiros, shebekupazu, which is this basket, here b'tzveina shekupa. The northern part of this basket should be the ma'aser. Well, ma'aser oni is on the bottom, is on the south side. V'yidai loy bekach. Loy yitzach, litin ha'ma'aser to be shua. U'rebekiva, the haskell lehem ha'mekoimis. He doesn't have to be masked the mekoimis. He just gives him the kupa, and he says, this side is azoi, this side is azoi. That's the genug. Immediately, also came. He didn't do that. Elo takonazu shmami no b'mnocha gabe karka mai. It was on gabe the karka, because if it would have been in the kupa for Rabbi Gamliel, the sooner tak beis Rabbi Yeshua, yiskel the ma'aser shebak chumas hashi yisayim. You'd have to misayim exactly where it is. He didn't do it. It's an higher than what that they were not mechuba karka, but agabe the karka. Oh, look at the Moshe. Go back to the first Amud. He had to be mizakeh them the mokim kadesh yitna hamaisis. He didn't give him the maisis. He gave him the mokim of the ship, and that's how they were calling the maisis. With the meat alone should be enough. Become the Yeshua Amoida, the Ochamayda. Peiros shoy mechubon on the kaka. These peiros were mechubon the kaka. Im kain lo yisagi achi yizakeh lehem kadei liknos. It's not going to help. He has to be mizakeh them these peiros. Why? Because mechubon the kaka. What's it? On top of the kaka. The ma'ilu kupa shel Rabbi Gamliel. The kloima. The afilu hoy nesim beis Rabbi Yeshua. Even if it was in the house of Rabbi Yeshua, ubekabasa shel Rabbi Gamliel, house of Rabbi Yeshua, and the basket of Gamliel. V'hoy Rabbi Gamliel yiskal ha'maiser sheb'teicha shema osa klum v'adei loy shehi b'klish of Gamliel. If it's in the case of Gamliel, Yeshua can't give it away to somebody else. Ukishusayu, it's in the shus of Gamliel, unless actually yisayim le'hamokim. He has to say the boundaries of this particular kupa. V'yiskal ha'mokim niknas ha'maiser ha'dei kach, and that's how he's going to be back at the mokim, and with them can it's done. Start at least the advance of the boy because the advance is very interesting to show in this Gemara. Take a look at the advance on the right side, and Omen Aleph towards the top. Start from the beginning. Late table. The Gemara Petach Hakashi in the Mishnah, the Chestavel. How you making over here the Ma'aser Rishon? Say from the Yerushalmi, the son of Mishnayos, and Tracy saw Mishnayos. I feel like you lo inas ha'ma'ases nami kosher. Or have a rak table. And how you making the beer? B'krok siv, you can bat that kodesh min habayis, has to be kodesh. And for the Gemara, doesn't matter should have a kodesh. Omer of Chananya, Ado Omer shoyir b'gamliel tzorch l'zakes, b'peis minoch ha'agab b'karka. Agro zal b'ksav yad kotshoy, maklef ha'girse, in this Gemara, b'goras mikore ilu kuposei achi yisayim v'achikach, Omer b'shua, peis minoch ha'agab b'karka. That's the maskana. Ubir ha'sugi hazo is he, al pi shittas Rashi, Kedushim mem chov vov, Gamliel ha'yu yoreh shelo yorchlu b'nei beisai tevolim. He was concerned about the table here, of Gamliel. Al kein Oma, pshat in the Mishnah from Gamliel, isa shani osed lomud, lo yoreh shem yorchlu b'nei beisai akol, they're not going to eat everything up, but yorchlu gam atrumas ha'maises, mishum, shehoyu habetu b'kli, v'hoyu betuah shelo yochlu akol. They're not going to eat up everything, take them themselves. V'ikshu b'toises in kedushin im ken kosher lomud le'meime isi shani osed lomud u'la'aknes ha'mokim ha'makne the matonas through the karka or b'kri Hashem sagi. What do you have to give it a tzina for? You just make the kri Hashem, and the kri Hashem should be enough. What kosher? You don't need the tzina, but the kri Hashem is enough. My mahani, take off the tables with a kri Hashem. Without a frosha, you make the frosha lane. blank the Shem to the Kohen and the Levi. That is Masha. And Veto is Tevel. He's concerned about Tevel. Void Kosher, my Mahani, or being a Kviz Mokum at Swainoi, but Doimoy, or my Mahani of Rishtosoi, Blenika Afrosha Kalal. If you're just saying it should be over here, it should be over there, Chanishkan Afrosha, you just said it's going to be there. By saying it, how does it become an Afrosha? Emes, the Shittis Rashi, Yesh, the Tanis Kushis Halolu. The Kaimelon, the Hegdish, the Osi Yad Gizbe, Loi Mahani, Shaila. Once it's in the hand of the Gizbe, you can't be Shail on it. Because of Ashach, Shem Tzu was a Bein B'Tzal, Ashkenazi. Atam B'zeh, that once the Gil Yoda, you can't be Shail, Shem the Emes Hai Mahani, Shaila, Hani Mildukish, Hegdish, Hu Aideh, Adib Levat. You can only be Shail with a Dibber, something which is Aideh Dibber, there was no Nestina. Aval im ha-hegdish nechnas niyad ha-gizbe. Once it comes into the hand of the gizbe, haloi gora kinyan hegdish mekinyan hedit. Once it goes to the hedit, there's no shoyl. I give somebody a matana, I could be shoyl on the meter before I make the nesina. But once he made the nesina, kamish, and if the gizbe has it, the hedit should koyin mekinyan lemahani shayla, v'lomi yigora kinyan the hegdish mekinyan the hedit ayisham. Alkein. What's the kasha? You have to have a frosha, and with a frosha is not enough to keep the kaviyas mokum. Ani milikish yifish levad. Those being sima mokum. Ava bein sima mokum. They have a truma. Ava kishinech nesa truma liyad koyin. Lo gora mehedi. The kind of misachtim nos lafkuf ches. Shor b'shoyri b'ayis b'beisi. Ani moichel akone achas mehem b'yada moichel ayoyne. So he is going to. And Pasuk B'Shulchan Aruch, and Samach L'Chavei Dovashen Mesuyim Kona Yad Moicha L'Yoyna Al Kein Imot L'Yad HaKoyin Atruma Filu Shein Mesuyim L'Goras Chiyosei L'Koyin, even though it's not Mesuyim. About this Bol L'Yodoy Mizoche D'Hedid V'Zoche HaKoyin Atruma B'Shein Mesuyim. So it is that kind of Bol Yad Koyin. How does it come to Yad Koyin? It's not a Mokum Mesuyim. This is twice explanation, but that's what he said. Oh, Yishami l'svila b'inin shirayim nikolim. You don't have to do shirayim nikolim. Rak iked b'inin dovim mesuyim mishum darama have dovim mesuyim. It's something which I know exactly where it is. This is ganuk. It's something I can give away. Och abub derangam liya kochoch I efshel l'sayim hamokim dimkein nechel shem yochel b'nei beis derangam liya hamokim hazeh. If he's going to be signing the mokim, it's in a ship. And people are running around, and I guess there's no kinder. He was afraid that somebody's going to eat this. So he didn't want to be Messiah exactly the place. He said it's just, you have here and I have there. And he didn't want to say exactly which one is the truma. Okay, so no, it's hamokim. But what he's saying is over here, the reason why you don't have to have froshes enough with Messiah hamokim, he said because there was no other way to do it, because he was afraid they're going to eat the table. So that's why they made the Simon Mekoimoi, and with them is the Skyim go the Afrosh's Truma takes off the Din of the table. But the Muchas are Taka out of that. Right. Okay. I didn't do it.